I grew up in a very rural area. I was outdoors all the time. It was just myself and animals, insects, or my imaginary friends. That was my happy place. I've always been a tactile person. I would pick the pine needles off the ground when they would fall off of the trees and just smell them. It was so enticing to me, taking in the aroma. It felt like time actually stood still. And that put me in such a blissful space. That was my first perfume, was nature. I create fragrances using what I call a reverse method. I usually try to start with some sort of a theme. So I just try to allow my mind and my imagination to not be limited. The blends that I create for my clients can be as simple as just 3 ingredients, 1 top, 1 middle, and 1 base note, or it can be quite complex. I'm a certified elementary, childhood through 12th grade music teacher. I'm definitely a right-brained individual. I may think of a color, and with that color, it makes me think of a particular aroma chemical that I have or essential oil. So to me, the possibilities are endless. I try to find inspiration in everything. I started beta testing on myself, and I was like, okay, I may be onto something here. So as Pink MahogHany grew, I did make a very hard decision, and I ended up actually teaching part-time, and it allowed me more time to devote to Pink MahogHany. There are not a lot of perfumers of color, especially female. I bootstrapped my business. I started blending every night. It was a lot of sleepless nights. I used every piece of finance that I could, no loans, whatever I could save from my checks went right back into the business. So from there, I opened my Etsy store. Over time, more people were finding out about the brand. Perfumery can have a connotation where if you didn't study at one of the top perfumery schools, then you're not necessarily taken seriously. As an African-American female perfumer who's self-taught, being able to prove that I have a quality product and that I do know what I'm doing because I've taken myself to school in a sense makes me feel really good. One of the main challenges that I found as a small business owner, opening an account with a bank was not the issue. It was trying to obtain credit. When I found out about Nearside, I really loved the fact that they offered the business credit, and it allowed me to make those purchases, and I was able to get things that I needed in a short amount of time. It was very convenient for me to have that as an option. After I'm done, then I go home and I homeschool my twin boys. They're 6 years old. I definitely want my boys to feel like they can do whatever they want to do. They don't have to limit themselves and feel like that may be out of my league or I may not be able to obtain that. I want to definitely foster that, and having the time freedom of being an entrepreneur is one way to allow me to give back and pour back into them. My childhood self would tell me that I didn't think that this was possible, but I'm so glad to have the opportunity to be in this space, to connect my sense of smell with creating a product that people are able to enjoy.